You are watching and listening to Bidin Knows Everything, and it's called Bidin Knows Everything because I do know everything. This week, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about a deputy minister who's in charge of communications not knowing how to communicate properly and actually propagating fake news and actually having like fake credentials himself apparently. This week's episode is brought to you by Bahulu from Kuantan. Exactly where in Kuantan I don't know, but my parents bought it for me when they went to Kuantan the other day. Okay, so everybody is already familiar with the issue between the Deputy Minister of Communications and Multimedia, Zahidi, Zainul, Abidin, who is an UMNO member, and the Sabahan student from University of Malaysia Sabah, UMS, Veveonah Mosibin. Alright? Now, Veveonah Mosibin, during the MCO, did a YouTube video where showed herself. She lives in a small village, Pitas, right? And she doesn't have internet connection in her village, and her university, UMS, was having online classes and an online exam, and she needed to take that exam, so she had to climb up on a tree in order to get a decent internet connection for her phone so that she could take her online exams. She made a YouTube video about it. It went viral. Good things came out from that video, right? The government realized that infrastructure, the telecommunications infrastructure in Sabah, in rural Sabah, it sucks. It's basically non-existent. So they pledged that they would actually build more telco towers in the area. Good thing. UMS then decided to award Veveonah a scholarship to study. Good thing, because she's apparently quite a good student. Right? End of story. Finish. No more issue. Then you have this deputy minister, Zahidi, who goes to Dewan Negara, which is the Senate. It's not Dewan Rakyat, it's the Senate, but Parliament nonetheless. He was answering questions by senators, and one of his answers revolved around actually accusing Veveonah of lying about taking her online exams. He said that Veveonah just wanted to garner more views for her YouTube videos and channel, and hence she lied about having to take online classes. She lied about having to take an online exam, and it was all fake lah, basically, he's saying. And he said, right, that they've already checked, and his team has checked, can confirm that Veveonah is lying. Here's the deal. Everybody got angry. People said that she was not lying. In fact, UMS had already confirmed that she was taking online exams at that time. If not, why would UMS themselves offer to give her a scholarship? Then later on, she came out and made a statement and said, dude, I've never met you. I've never met the deputy minister. She's never really engaged with me. And then I'm telling you the truth. I am not lying. Right? And that was it. And then people online, these social media, justice warriors and all that, right? They started criticizing the deputy minister. Apa ni, deputy minister? It's true lah. What are you talking about? Why are you bullying a kid and all that? And eventually the deputy minister apologized. But his apology is not a real apology. He did not admit to any mistake. He just said, I'm sorry for saying that, but I was deceived. I was told by the member of parliament from Kudat, who is also a deputy minister in another ministry, informed him that Veveonah was lying. And then based on that, he told the Dewan Negara that Veveonah was lying. Now, this is the deputy minister who, during COVID-19, led a campaign, right? Led a campaign to counter fake news. He said, if you're not sure of it, then don't share it. Then what is he doing now? He's not sure. He receives fake news, doesn't confirm it. Although he says he confirmed it, so I don't know what his team is doing, right? And now he's putting the blame on somebody else. So if you're not sure, why are you sharing? If he's not sure, why is he sharing it? Why is he sharing it? Right? So I find this quite ridiculous. But then this Zahidi, I think he has a history of being ridiculous, because several years ago I had written an article criticizing him, even though I didn't mention him, because at that time he was a nobody and I couldn't even remember his name at that time. Right? You remember a few years ago in Penang was like faced like terrible floods, and it was like bad floods in Penang, and the Penang state government even like asked the federal government for assistance and all that. He made a statement saying that, oh, all these floods that are happening in Penang is because, you know, they're not Islamic enough, because of all the bad things or the dosa that they've done, hence flood. And that's a stupid thing to say, ridiculous thing to say. So ridiculousness follows this guy, I guess, right? I'm not very happy with what he's been saying. Now he's passing the buck. Look, you had already taken action, right? The government had already taken action. They promised to build more telco towers. They gave us scholarship. Finished lah. There was no more backlash after that. Nobody was criticizing the government anymore on this issue. You go and say that in Parliament for, you go and say that in the Dewan Negara for what? Right? Were you trying to garner attention? Were you trying to win some points? Because I can't see any positive points that you're winning here, not even from your supporters. Right? Yeah. Now he says he wants to meet Veveonah. But dude, if I were you, Veveonah, I would just keep quiet, don't meet him, just forget it. Right? Don't say anything anymore. You've already said your piece. You were not lying, you said it. That's it. Continue your life. Ignore this fella. You know, give him attention for what? You know? So I'm actually pretty upset about this. So I think we should remember this incident and we should not forget this incident. Right? Because later on when there is an election, we need to understand who we are voting into the country. He's the Deputy Minister for Communications, yet, you know, look what he's doing. Right? That's why. Right? Anyway, her lying or not lying is not even the point. The point here is, why are you picking on an 18-year-old or 19-year-old student? Huh? What's the point? Because like I said, good things already came out of it. Finish lah. Oh, finish, you know? Oh my god. Then, something more exciting happened. Because he was already under the spotlight, right? People started digging up dirt on him. And they found out that he has claimed to have a master's degree and a bachelor's degree from universities that are apparently degree mills, and they sell fake degrees, right? He apparently has an MBA from some global, international, California university, which if you read the news, journalists have been already trying to find out where this university is and what it is, and apparently it's like they don't even have an MBA. They don't offer an MBA course. It's like a Christian theology university. And then he has a degree in I don't know what degree it was from this International Irish University, which the UK government has already said is a fake university. It doesn't exist. It's a degree mill, right? Now, for a deputy minister like this, for a politician like this, what do you think should happen to him? He has apologized for the Veveonah thing, but do you think that is enough? Do you think he needs to resign? Do you think somebody who lies about his degree and, you know, lies about people lying, right, should deserve to be in the position that he is in? Personally, I don't think so, right? I think he should resign, right? I think he should resign. He should resign from his deputy ministership. He should resign as an MP, and he should resign from politics. Alright? Yeah. You should resign. So I want to know what you guys think, because I don't know, people like leaders in other countries who have done much less have resigned. Right? This is deceiving the rakyat too much. It's quite bad. Okay? Quite bad. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think he should do, or what should be done, what action should be taken on him. Right? Comment below. Let me know. I really, really want to know. And then we can have a discussion in the comment section. Okay? Now, we move on. I'm a bit worked up about the issue. So now let's move on to the part where I highlight something which I find interesting. Okay, so this week, this is what I want to highlight. Hold on. This is a little beautiful book which is published by Matahari or under Fiksi Books, Amir Muhammad's Fiksi. It's called The Malay Tale of the Pig King. It's a true like Hikayat Raja Babi by Usop Abdul Kadir. Malaysian literature, Malay literature, old Malay literature about the Pig King, Raja Babi. Right? I find that pretty interesting because you know how Malays today consider Babi, right? And then, here's your history, man. You've got a Raja Babi. It's a nice book. It's written like for children, and it's very nice illustration. You can order it on Fixi's store on Shopee, or you can order it on Fixi's website. I don't know if you can find it in any of the bookstores, but yeah, you can order it online definitely. And what I find interesting about this book is that when Amir and Fiksi wanted to launch this book, what they did was they did crowdfunding. So they offered people to like pre-order the book. And the first 200 people to order the book would have their names published in the front page of the book. And I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm glad I could support something that I find quite interesting now. So check out the book. I've read the book. It's very nice illustrations. I'm gonna let my kids read it. Yeah, so this is what I'm recommending. Okay, that's it. Like this video or don't like it, I don't care. Just let us know what you think should be done to Zahidi, Zainul Abidin, right? Share, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms at FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to FatBidin Knows Everything. Peace out. I've got 3 kids, 1 wife, and me to support. So you've got to like, you know, help fund my life. So you actually can go to the FatBidin e-store, right? I'm gonna link it below, right? And you can get actually like FatBidin merchandise, right? And most of it are actually books. I used to sell DVDs and films and all that, but hey, everything's available on YouTube now. So now if you want to get FatBidin merchandise, it's mostly books. So I've got books here. See, like this book. This is called The Adventures of a KLite in Afghanistan. It's a graphic novel. See, graphic novel which I wrote and illustrated with my buddy Apan, right? It's a non-fiction one. It's about my time in Afghanistan shooting a documentary for a month when I was there. See, I'm a war journalist, right? So it's a really good book, right? I've got this non-fiction novel. It's called Operation Nasi Kerabu, Finding Patani in an Islamic Insurgency. This book I wrote because I spent some time in southern Thailand where there's a war there. You all know there's a war there, right? In Patani, right? I shot a documentary there which was banned for broadcast, but hey, they allowed me to publish a book. And if you get the book, there is a QR code at the back, right? There's a QR code at the back which allows you to watch it for free online. Oh, where's the QR code? Where's the QR code? There's the QR code, right? It's online, meaning you scan the QR code, you go to my YouTube channel. Okay, I've got another book. This is called Journal Dad, The Chronicles of a Journalist Who Happens to Be a Father. It's a compilation of my articles, my column when I was writing for the Malaysian Insider. It's all about like me being a journalist and raising a family at the same time. It's really funny. It's funny. My best-selling book, Liberal, Malay and Malaysian, Writings of a Walking Contradiction. This is a compilation also of my column in the Malaysian Insider. This one focuses more on like politics, race, demonstration, democracy and religion and things like that. It's funny too. All my books are funny because I'm a funny guy, right? Yes, I am. And if you like films, I sell this book. See, I wrote this book with my buddy Wan Chun Hong. It's a guide to filmmaking, indie filmmaking. Every chapter talks about one aspect of filmmaking, and every chapter also interviews one like really prominent Malaysian filmmaker. It's really good. You can get all these books at the FatBidin e-store. Come on, feed my kids.